to you all, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eastern Illinois University. Happy holidays to you all. At this time, I ask that you all please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to present the Commencement Marshal for this morning's 2021 Fall Commencement Ceremony, Dr. Angela Jacobs, representing the Graduate School. The Sandra and Jack Pine Honors College banner, proudly carried this morning by Miss Rebecca McGee of Charleston. Candidates for degrees. The Graduate School from the College of Health and Human Services, led by Dr. Mark Kattenbracher. Undergraduate candidates from the College of Health and Human Services, led by Dr. Jeannie Lord. The Graduate School from the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology, led by Dr. David Boggs. Undergraduate candidates from the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology, led by Dr. Lisa Brooks. Members of the faculty of Eastern Illinois University. Candidates for degrees, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Platform Party and the 12th President of the University, Dr. David M. Glassman, presiding.
Good morning. Graduates, family members, and friends, welcome to Eastern Illinois University and the annual Fall Commencement. We're extremely excited to have you with us today as we celebrate the achievements of this year's graduating class. I'd like to please remind everyone to wear their masks throughout the celebration for the safety of yourselves and for others. As we begin today's ceremony, I would like to introduce Dr. Ann Flaherty, Vice President of Student Affairs, who will lead us in a moment of reflection. Dr. Flaherty?
Thank you, President Glassman, and good morning. As we begin this commencement ceremony, let's share a moment of reflection. We celebrate today the eligible graduates whose participation in the life of Eastern contributed so much to the vibrancy of our university. We are especially grateful for the parents and the grandparents and the relatives, friends, and alumni who have returned to campus to be with us here today. May the shared memories of the past be matched by the shared vision of a brighter future for our university. May the spirit of EIU forever be with our newest alumni as they begin a new chapter in their lives. May they continue to reflect the best of Eastern as they contribute to their communities. May each be inspired to live a life founded upon solid principles of justice and peace, and may each of our graduates experience the joy and contentment of a life lived for others. May those of us who remain behind to teach the next generation of students be renewed in our dedication to preparing them for lives of public service and accomplishment. Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to present the Eastern ROTC Panther Battalion, who will present and post the colors. Permission granted. You may be seated. We have just honored the flag of our great nation. At this time, it is also my pleasure to recognize Eastern Illinois University's international students, who combined represent students from 50 countries outside the United States. Their flags are presented across the back and sides of our arena. Let's congratulate all of our international students. This morning, our beautiful music is provided by Eastern Illinois University's Wind Symphony, directed by Dr. Alicia Neal. Singing our national anthem today was Ms. Kennedy Tozer, a music major from right here in Charleston, Illinois. Please join me in thanking them. It is always a pleasure for us to welcome a member of our Board of Trustees. With us this morning is Mr. Peyton Adey, who was elected to the Board of Trustees in 2021. We are honored to have him with us today. Please welcome Mr. Adey. At this time, I would like to introduce the remaining members of the Platform Party, and I will ask them to stand as I call their names. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Dr. Jay Gatrill, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Ann Flaherty, Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. Ken Wetstein, Vice President for University Advancement. Mr. Sean Reeder, Vice President for Business Affairs. Dr. Ryan Hendrickson, Dean of the Graduate School and Interim Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Dr. Richard England, Dean of the Sandra and Jack Pine Honors College. Dr. Austin Cheney, Dean of the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology. Mr. Lawrence Tucker, our distinguished honor commencement speaker. Ms. Kyla DeVos, today's student speaker. Dr. Amy Davis, our student speaker's mentor. And Mr. Matt Piesinski, professional announcer. Let's thank them all for their participation this morning. Marshals also play an important part in EIU's commencement. It is their role to lead students, faculty, and the platform party to the graduation ceremony. I would like to ask the marshals to please stand as they are introduced. The commencement marshal leads the entire procession. Dr. Angela Jacobs, Professor of Communication and Journalism, representing the graduate school, is this morning's commencement marshal. The faculty marshals carry the banners for their respective colleges. Marshals for our morning ceremony today include Dr. Mark Kottenbrocker, Chair of Kinesiology, Sport, and Recreation, representing the graduate school for the College of Health and Human Services. Dr. Jeannie Lord, Professor of Human Services Program Administration, representing the College of Health and Human Services. Dr. David Boggs, Professor of Management, representing the Graduate School for the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology. Dr. Lisa Brooks, Professor of Hospitality, representing the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology. The Sandra and Jack Pine Honors College banner is carried by an honor student chosen by the dean. This fall's chosen honor student is Miss Rebecca McGee. Ms. McGee is a psychology major from Charleston, Illinois. Finally, our student marshals, composed of students from the Honors College and international scholars, lead our graduates. Student marshals, will you please stand? Let's give all of the marshals a round of applause for their help and participation today. Commencement is a celebration of academic achievement and a celebration of excellence. The outstanding faculty of Eastern Illinois University are the academic heart and soul of this institution. They're the drivers of excellence. They're the drivers of success of all of our graduates. I now will ask our Chief Academic Officer, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jay Gatrill, to formally recognize our faculty with us this morning.
As President Glassman just mentioned, there is indeed one other group of people who deserve our recognition and sincerest appreciation this morning. They are our outstanding faculty. Over the course of these graduates' EIU experience, the faculty has provided the means, the support, and the mentoring necessary to make it to this day, and they have endeavored to equip students with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive beyond our campus and throughout their lives. I would ask that the faculty and department chairs who are participating in today's ceremony please rise. Please join me in expressing our gratitude to the faculty for their effort, care, and many contributions to EIU, our students, alumni, and the community.
At this time, I would like to also give thanks to those staff members, faculty, alumni, and annuitants who have volunteered their time today to help us celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates. Thank you to all those staff members, faculty, and annuitants. And now a special welcome to the EIU alumni who have joined us this morning. Will all EIU alumni in attendance please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your loyalty and steadfast support of Eastern Illinois University. And welcome back home. We're so very glad you're here. And finally, I want to express my gratitude to the parents and extended families of our graduates. You entrusted your student to EIU to learn, to experience, and to grow. Today we share with you the joy of their achievements. Graduates, will you please stand, find your families, and show them your thanks for their love and support of your academic success. Find your families and thank them. Now that's the excitement of commencement. Now everybody's a little bit looser. Glad to see it. To earn the opportunity to become a student commencement speaker, eligible students must meet certain academic requirements and submit a written essay. Speakers are selected following a written and oral assessment conducted by a faculty committee. Students must also identify a faculty member to assist with the project. Dr. Amy Davis, Assistant Professor in Teaching, Learning, and Foundations, served as the faculty member and therefore has the honor of introducing today's student commencement speaker. Please welcome Dr. Davis.
Our graduate school student commencement speaker for the fall 2021 commencement is Ms. Kyla DeVos. She received her Bachelor of Science in Geography from EIU in 2017 and just finished her Master's in Curriculum and Instruction and her English as a Second Language endorsement. During her graduate program, she represented the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Foundations in the College of Education on the Graduate School Advisory Council. She has also served as a department graduate assistant for 3 semesters and my personal graduate assistant for the fall 2020 and spring 2021 semesters. She currently assists Dr. Dale for GST 1000. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kyla DeVos, your graduate school student commencement speaker.
Good morning, graduates, admins, faculty, and families. This seems crazy to say, but this is the end of my 16th semester here at Eastern. While here, I've taken on many roles as a traditional student, a non-traditional student, a student worker, a student leader, and a graduate assistant. Through all of these, EIU has taught me to be independent, determined, open-minded, and most importantly, I can accomplish more than I ever thought I could. If I had to choose one word to sum up my time here at Eastern, it would be resilience. Resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness, and the ability to bounce back. Resilience is a powerful force where we find the power to make lasting change. When faced with challenges of everyday life, we must show resilience. The EIU community helped me with this by having the opportunities to grow with like-minded people. While here at EIU, I took part in various RSOs and leadership roles. Those people became my biggest support system. With these, I have succeeded and failed. Yes, I say fail. Failure is something that happens to all of us, and it is about how you bounce back from those failures. My first year at Eastern was nothing short of a struggle. My grades were not where they should have been. I spent too much time appeasing other people, and it is where I first began to struggle with mental health. Something I would say about myself is I'm very good about hiding when I'm struggling. The following summer, I spent a lot of time doing things I enjoy and took the time to reflect on my time on campus and came back with a new mindset. This is the first time I really understood the importance of mental health and self-care. When I got back to campus, I was still questioning a lot of things. However, quitting was never an option because I did not want to disappoint myself or anyone else. I just kept to myself and did the work. Until one day, I stayed after class to ask a few questions of my professor, who took the time to explain a different option that was more in my interest. That day, I changed my major, and I became very appreciative of the professors within the geography department. Every one of them was kind, helpful, and motivating. I went from struggling to enjoying going to class again. I was doing well in school and finally feeling proud of myself, which gave me the motivation to branch out and thoroughly enjoy my college experience. The following years of school, I branched out and enjoyed all Eastern had to offer me. Fast forward to this past year, I started grad school. Something that not many people know is during my grad school experience, I served as a graduate assistant, a full-time job, and I had a baby. To say it keeps me busy is an understatement, but keeping myself busy is what helps me thrive. To most people's surprise, all of that was not the hard part. It was when I began to struggle with postpartum depression. I was in denial for a long time about it, like most women are, and honestly made it harder on myself by trying to hide it. I was so upset with myself because I should have been happy because I now have a baby. This was hands down one of the toughest things that I've been through. Something I will be forever grateful for is my job began a mental health training that I volunteered to participate in. This is a place twice a week where we listen to others' thoughts, views, and advice on mental health. I slowly noticed a change in my emotions and also decided it was time to get help myself. I realized that sometimes we cannot do things on our own, and it is okay to need help from other factors. If there is something that you take away from today, let it be that self-care is important and mental health matters. That is a constant battle for myself because I am someone that always does for others. Self-care encourages you to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can transmit the good feelings to others. You cannot give to others what you don't have yourself. Without self-care, we can easily fall into that place of struggle. When you walk away from today, I urge you to find your why. Why is your reason for doing what you do day in and day out? And what is your reason for taking care of yourself and being successful? Mine is simple, my daughter. I want her to see someone that overcame every obstacle life has to offer them and never gave an excuse. I do it because one day my daughter is going to struggle, and I want her to say, I can do it because my mom did it. Each of you walked a very unique path to reach this day. Some of you faced real trauma. All of you face challenges, disappointment, heartache, loss, and illness. All of these are so personal when they strike, but they all are also universal. Jodi Picoult once said, "The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you'd ever believe at first glance." EIU is a very special place tucked away in a small town that can help you build that resilience if you open your heart and mind. This place has taught me that if you open yourself up, you can meet some of the most caring, motivating, and inspirational people. EIU has also taught me that building resilience also means trying to understand how the world looks to those who have experienced it differently, because we are a different race, come from a different country, and have a different economic background. We all have our own story, and new ones can be written together, and that means seeing the value in each other's points of view. As you leave EIU and set out in the world, build resilience in yourself. When tragedy or disappointment strike, know that deep inside you, you have the ability to get through anything. As you move forward, remember that resilience is a muscle that you must build up, and it is there to draw on when you need it. Seek organizations and people that build you, speak up when you see injustice, and lend your time and passions to the causes that matter. When you see something that is broken, and there's a lot in the world that is broken, go help and fix it. As we part today, the most important thing to remember is you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Ms. DeVos, for that wonderful student remarks, and you're going to have a great career, and congratulations on your daughter. We're all in for a treat now, as it's my pleasure to honor and introduce today's distinguished commencement speaker, Mr. Lawrence Tucker, who is currently the Senior Director of Executive Protection for PepsiCo Global Security. Mr. Tucker develops and leads the protection program for the Chairman and CEO, Board of Directors, and other PepsiCo senior executives while they are on global and domestic travel. PepsiCo has approximately 267,000 employees and possesses 23 brands that have over $1 billion in sales. PepsiCo has operations all around the world, and its products are distributed across more than 200 countries, resulting in annual net revenues of more than $70 billion. Some of the popular brands that PepsiCo owns are Pepsi, Frito-Lay, Gatorade, and Quaker. In his previous position, Mr. Tucker served as the Deputy Special Agent in charge of the United States Secret Service's Presidential Protective Division, where he was responsible for the creation, staffing, and training of former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama's protective detail. He served for 22 years in the United States Secret Service, which included the Security Management Division, where he supervised multiple security programs on the Presidential Protective Division for Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, as well as Barack Obama. Mr. Tucker was featured in the National Geographic video Inside the Secret Service, where they shadowed him while planning President George W. Bush's Louisiana State University Commencement Address. Additionally, he was awarded a Presidential Distinguished Service Award for his actions performed on September 11th, 2001. From Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Tucker graduated from EIU with his bachelor's degree in economics in 1989 and his master's degree in political science in 1991. He also served as a military intelligence officer in the United States Army Reserve. He currently resides in Bowie, Maryland, with his wife Candace and children Lauren and Lawrence II. Please join me in welcoming today's commencement speaker and EIU enthusiast, Mr. Lawrence Tucker.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say this is awesome. I mean, anytime you can come back to your old alma mater and come out and be able to speak to each and every one of you, this is something that's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. So I really appreciate it. What I'm going to do right now is just kind of tell you how I'm going to do my speech here. You know, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I know you have the program, but I'll kind of fill some of the holes, and then after that, I'll kind of, you know, I'll tell you, I'll give you the charge, and then after, if we have time, I may, you know, give you guys a story about, you know, my life while I was in the Secret Service. So, what we're going to do here is just kind of go back and say, first, President Glassman, distinguished faculty and staff, family, friends, and the class of 2021. Sounds good, right? I'm truly honored and humbled to be speaking to you today. I'm sure there are others more deserving than me, but I really appreciate the opportunity. I was originally asked to give the commencement address in May of 2020, but like with all of us, COVID-19 changed everything. Additionally, I was asked to give the commencement in May, but my son's college graduation was the same day, so finally, I'm here. My primary reason for standing before you today is to relay that with your EIU degree, you can compete with anyone that's graduating or currently in their respective fields. Please use me as an example. One of my fraternity brothers and fellow alumni told me regarding the commencement address is to be ready, be brief, and be seated. So I told him I would definitely follow his advice. The original statement is to be sincere, be brief, and be seated, which was stated by FDR. So my story is I'm originally from Chicago. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, went to Hyde Park Academy High School. My mom was a nurse, my dad was a steel worker. I'm the youngest of four, 2 sisters and a brother. When I arrived at EIU, I had the same dreams as many of you. I wanted to get my degree, land a dream job, and enjoy college life. I played football and track in high school, so I wanted to be a part of a team, so I walked on to EIU's track team and started my journey. I lived in Carmen Hall, worked in food service, began to grow up and gain my independence. In my second year, I left the track team so I could focus on my academics, and I became a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I also became more involved on campus activities, eventually becoming the president of my fraternity and the National Panhellenic Council. I was also an EIU tour guide where I eventually met my future wife that was on the tour. And no, I didn't you know, date her while she was in high school. I waited till she got there. Life-changing events happened after my second year on 2 levels. One of my fraternity brothers, his name was Bernard Holland, who was a star athlete on the football and baseball team, was tragically killed in an automobile accident going to a baseball tournament. Additionally, my father was forced into early retirement from the steel mill. After these 2 events, I knew I had to do something to assist with the cost of school. So I joined the United States Army Reserve, and upon completion of basic training, I vowed, upon returning back to EIU, that I wouldn't leave school again until I received my degree. So that gave me an opportunity to really push my reset button. So the following summer, while I was working as a summer RA with the Percy Julian Upward Bound High School program, I was presented with an opportunity to become an RA by our President Emeritus Lou Hinken, who at the time was the Director of Housing. Lou didn't know me that well personally, but he took a chance on me because my grades weren't the best at the time, and he offered me a full-time RA position. And as long as I kept my grades up, I would keep my position. As a result, I became an RA in Taylor Hall. My grades began to soar, and I graduated from EIU with a BA in economics. I stayed at EIU for graduate school and worked as a residence hall director and eventually received my master's degree in political science. I joined EIU's ROTC program, where I later received my commission from Ball State University and became a military intelligence officer in the United States Army Reserve. I see a newly commissioned person back there. There you go, Hook. Always knew I wanted to serve my country in either federal law enforcement or military service. My plan was if federal law enforcement didn't work out, I could always become a full-time military intelligence officer in the United States Army. Well, everything did work out, and I had a successful career in the United States Secret Service. My uncle was in the United States Secret Service prior to me joining. Donald Tucker, he previously passed away, but he told me you know, about the field, and he told me some of the pluses and minuses about it, and I decided that that would be a great thing to do because he's such a well-respected person in the Secret Service and as an uncle. Everyone wants to know how hard it was to become a Secret Service agent in the United States Secret Service. The application process was intense. Before you're commissioned as a special agent, you have to go through a series of tests, structured interviews, polygraph examination, background investigation, and be physically fit. The training is 6 months divided into Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Brunswick, Georgia, where you learn basic law enforcement skills, followed by the United States Secret Service School in Laurel, Maryland, where you learn how to become a Secret Service agent. Once you complete your training, you're assigned to one of the local field offices in the United States. The Secret Service has a dual mission of investigating financial crimes such as counterfeiting, forgery, bank fraud, money laundering, identity theft, to name a few, and protecting the President, Vice President, and their families, foreign heads of state, and anyone else that is identified, like National Security Advisor or Chief of Staff. While in the Secret Service, I was assigned to the President's detail under the former Presidents Clinton, Bush, and Obama. And I was also assigned to the counter-assault team during the Bush administration, which is the United States Secret Service's tactical unit. While as a junior agent, I was a supervisor on the President's detail, and when I finally retired, I was one of the agents in charge of former President Obama's detail. The best part of my job was witnessing history happen in real time. From the highs of being on the U.S. Capitol steps, out looking a sea of onlookers at the presidential inauguration, and traveling the world, to the low of working the horrific, historic event on 9/11, when I could see the Pentagon on fire from the White House South grounds, being tasked to assist with mitigation protocols. Through it all, I love being a Secret Service agent, and having the opportunity to serve my country holds a special place in my heart. I currently work for PepsiCo Corporate and currently in charge of the Executive Protection Program, where I'm in charge of worldwide protection of the Chairman and CEO, along with the executive leadership. For my retirement job, I wanted to see if my government skill set translated to the private sector, and I wanted to add value to the company and the security team. So far, mission accomplished. Some of the critical skills that I learned while attending EIU were effective communication, critical thinking, problem solving, partnering with multiple groups, statistical analysis, cultural diversity and application, research and development, time management and organization, and how to be an effective leader. Enough about me. If I were graduating today, what would I want someone to tell me that would help me be successful? The plan that has helped me throughout the years is to master your profession. Continue to learn about your job by attending seminars, continuing education, conferences, and obtaining additional certifications that will help you climb. Align yourselves with like-minded individuals. Once you're in your field, you'll see your work colleagues. Some of them may look like you, some of them may not, but they're trying to better themselves and trying to assist each other by bouncing ideas off each other to obtain your goals. Use good judgment who you align with. As Maya Angelou once said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Take the tough assignment. I received so many positions over the years by initially volunteering for less desired positions. Your work colleagues and supervisors will remember your sacrifice, and it'll pay dividends. Obtain a mentor. Choose a person in your job that can discuss career aspirations and further track your progress. Additionally, once you have reached your higher positions, you become a mentor to the newer work colleagues. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and fraternity brother once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" I've mentored hundreds of agents, work colleagues, and it's very rewarding to see them climb. And also stay active with your alma mater. I've always been contacted by former EIU alumni looking for guidance regarding federal law enforcement jobs. If you're serious about federal law enforcement jobs or with the U.S. Secret Service, look me up on LinkedIn. Identify veteran, longest tenured work colleagues that have been with your organization company and take them to lunch. Pick their brain to see what has made them successful and what has contributed to their longevity in the profession. Try to obtain suggestions of them that can help you succeed. You never want to miss an opportunity to extract vital information from someone prior to them retiring. Once they retire, the wealth of knowledge is gone. C.S. Lewis, a famous British writer, once said, "Do the right thing, even when people aren't watching." Words I still follow. Skipping steps to achieve a goal can be costly at times. I noticed this was one of these things, cliche, but be nice to people. I know it sounds like a Hallmark card, but believe me, nice people get more than mean people. Just think about it. In order for you to be mean to someone, you actually have to formulate a strategy. You have to say, I'm not going to speak to them. I'm going to form a coalition of people not to like someone. I'm going to do negative social media posts, etc. It's too much work. Just say hi, be helpful, and you'll be ahead of the game. If financially possible, when you get that new job, max out those deductions on that 401k if offered. Ask your parents if you don't believe me. Your 55-year-old self will thank your 22-year-old self. If the market does well, so do you. Understand your work-life balance. You can give 100% to your job, but don't let it define you. Enjoy your family, friends, and nurture lifetime relationships, because that is your support system that's going to be there throughout your life. My support system, obviously, is my wife, my son, my daughter, and my family members. So I couldn't do anything without them and their support. Always have a plan A, B, and sometimes C. Some of you will attain a job in your major field of study, but sometimes you're called to something else, so be flexible. And the internet is forever. Be careful what you put out on social media, because it could come back and bite you. As a former law enforcement agent, if you put it out there, we can find it. Doesn't matter if it's an Insta, Finsta, whatever you want to call it, we'll find it. Since I did fly through my speech, because I wanted to make sure I gave it a little time to give you a little story to kind of lighten it up. Obviously, I'm legally bound not to speak about the first families or anything like that, but I can tell you a story that happened to myself. And actually, you may think it's funny or not, but it was something to kind of lighten up the mood. When I was in the Secret Service and I was on President Bush's detail, we actually had to go to an event that was a Clinton Library dedication down in Little Rock, Arkansas. Every president, when they leave office, they get a library, and it's dedicated to them, and they can put all their memorabilia into this library for everyone to see. Well, that day, it rained, and rained, and rained. So we all made a conscious decision as agents. We're not going to go out there and wear a rain jacket. So I was standing like stage left just over here, and the rain was coming. And at this point, I just thought that I was just going to just have a rainy outfit, and it would just be done. But little did I know that Academy Award winner Morgan Freeman was heckling me the whole time. And and it was so bad that it was funny. I will say it was funny, But he was just like, he just came, hey, brother, do you need a hat? Do you need this hat? Everybody around him was just screaming and laughing. You need this hat? Take my hat. Take my coat. Take my coat. Come on, brother, please take my coat. And I was just like, I'm standing there, just trying to be stoic and being a Secret Service agent as I was. And so he kept egging me. He egged me for about 25 minutes. So I thought that the weather was going to, change for the better, and the weather had lightened up. But 30 seconds after the weather had lightened up, it started pouring cats and dogs. And if you've ever worked outside, you can tell once your last line of defense, once the wetness hits your undergarments, you're done. so basically, you're just standing there and you're just done. So again. After that, we had to work with wetsuits on, and then we finally went on Air Force One, and then we had to come back to go down to the Bush Ranch. At that point, I took off. The Air Force personnel provided us with garbage bags to put our wet clothes in, and we got to the hotel. I just looked at the garbage, and I was like, I just threw it in the garbage because it would never fit right again. But yeah, that was just one of my funny stories that happened to me in my day. But what I also want to just tell you is that, enjoy your day. Hopefully this will help. I wish you all the continued success. And again, congratulations on your graduation. Thank you.
Thank you, LT, for your inspirational remarks. They were wonderful, and thank you for your service in the protection of our country. We all appreciate it. Thank you. Now is the moment so many of us have been waiting for, the conferring of degrees. We understand everybody's excitement. However, we also ask that our audience remain seated and holds down your applause for individuals crossing the stage as a show of respect for all of today's graduates. We want you to be excited, we want you to celebrate, but what we want for sure is that our graduates who have worked so hard for 4, 5, maybe more years to be able to hear their name and also for their family members and friends to also hear their names. So what we're going to do today, this morning, is that when your graduate's name is called, please give a single loud clap and a giant yell of excitement, a big wahoo, and then let's listen to what the next graduate's name is. Can we do that? I just can't tell you how many times over the years that I've had a call or a letter from a family member saying, we waited our entire lives to see our student graduate and never got to hear their names. So we don't want to have that happen. So let's practice, okay? I'm going to call out the name. Let's see how we're going to do. Our next graduate is David Glassman. Fantastic. That's great. We'll all have a good time, and we'll all hear our names called. Thank you. So at this time, I'll ask Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jay Gatrell, to present our degree candidates.
Will the candidates for degrees please rise?
That's all of you.
That would indeed be all of you, yes. President Glassman, I have the honor to present the candidates for graduate and undergraduate degrees in the College of Health and Human Services and Lumpkin College of Business and Technology. They have been enrolled in courses which will complete their degree requirements. I hereby recommend that their degrees be conferred and the appropriate diplomas awarded.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Eastern Illinois University Board of Trustees, and in accordance with the recommendation of the faculty of Eastern Illinois University, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate degree with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and in testimony thereof will present each of you with the appropriate diploma from Eastern Illinois Universities. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated at this time. I'll call upon Dean Ryan Hendrickson, who will present the candidates from the graduate school in the College of Health and Human Services.
President Glassman, it is my honor to present to you the master's degree candidates from the College of Health and Human Services. Graduate degree candidates in the first row, if you will please rise.
President Glassman for the degree Master of Arts, Ranosha Cachet Hall. For the degree Master of Science, Isaiah Janai Gully. Juan Manuel Castillo. Morgan Elizabeth Wise. Nicole Lynn Serencione. Jessica Maureen Gale. Chelsea Johnson. Madison Easton. Gina Alexandra Browning. Thomas Joseph Driscoll. Jonathan Burke. Eric Hernandez. Namatra Mohinderpal Saini. Faith Ann Bonham. Ashley Wilson. Ruth Marion Nicholson.
Let's have a big round of applause for these graduates. You did pretty good that time. Pretty good. Let's see if we can keep working on this and making sure that everybody hears their name. So I call once again on Dean Ryan Hendrickson, who will now present the candidates for undergraduate degrees from the College of Health and Human Services.
President Glassman, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Health and Human Services. Bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Health and Human Services, please rise.
For the degree Bachelor of Science, Caleb Bryce Smothers, cum laude. Curtis Stephen Oakes, summa cum laude. Yanni Koronopoulos. Stephen E. Franco, cum laude. Jaime Anthony Marcos, summa cum laude, distinguished senior. Shauna Marie Jameson, summa cum laude. Divine Grace M. Araneta. Adrian Marie Brinkerhoff, summa cum laude. Karaman Lee Samuel. Kiera M. Owens. Cole Alvis. Brene Marie Upchurch. Jamie Worker. Alana J. Weems. Sean A. Walker, University Honors. Dawson Michael Rhodes. Landon Dove. MacArthur Robert Van Out. Cum laude, Eastern General Honors. Alexander Rojas. Mary Grace Inyart. Abigail Kaylin Blatt, summa cum laude. Jasmine Leah Brown. Eric N. Rooks. Bryce Allen Lane. Maria de la Ruz Rivera Miracle. Hannah Kissel cum laude. Kylie Nicole Michael. Erica D. Ozier. Amanda Victoria Johnson. La Costa Ray Abbott. Sabrina Kennedy Chu, cum laude. Andrea L. Hooker. Benita Marie Brownlee. Dominique M. Easterling. Sofia Alvarez Martin, cum laude. Sydney Diane Geyer. Shelby Noel Myers.
Let's have a big round of applause for these graduates. We're getting used to seeing Dean Ryan Hendrickson. I'm going to call him up once again, and he'll present the candidates from the graduate school in the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology.
President Glassman, it is again my honor to present to you the master's degree candidates from the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology. Master's degree candidates, if you would please rise.
President Glassman for the degree Master of Business Administration, Mohammed Misbaltin. Oladele Desmond Oladipo. The degree Master of Science. Heather Nicole Bautista. Amala Mahankali. Ibrahim Salami. Thaneru Venkatesh. Naib Sheikh Basha. Kalpanavira. Shravani Mamilapali. Continuing Master of Business Administration, Caitlin Marie Connor. Michael Robert Epperson. Natasha Lilly. Olayinka Marilyn Colade. Mariah Ashante Reynolds. Rashay Allen. Jareem J. Fleming. Aaron Gooch. Paul Olayemi Elema. Maria Said. Jordan Elizabeth Snyder. Madison Lynn Huckstep. Yvonne Rose Shaw. Ilyana Trifanova Ingram.
How about a round of applause for these graduates? It's my honor and pleasure to call upon Dean Austin Cheney, who will present the candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology.
President Glassman, it's my privilege to present candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Lumpkin College of Business and Technology. Will candidates in the first row for Lumpkin College baccalaureate degree programs please rise?
For the degree Bachelor of Science in Business, David Ribeiro Girardi, cum laude. Juan Carlos Garrido Zabayos. Alejandro Rulbe Pleguezuelos. Unati Patel. Ashley Lauren Vaughn. Saad El-Kelfi. Piper Isabella Sardina. Dylan Bierman. Kiara Cherry. The degree Bachelor of Science, Jack McCoy. Chelsea D. Benson. Chenzing Chen. Abigail R. Stites. Sarah G. Helfrich. Andrew B. Stewart. Chase Clarence Murray. Nicholas Vogel. Rob Forrest. Aiden J. Montoya. Jacob Anthony Williams. Jacob R. Clary. Jenna C. Martin, cum laude. Marcus Lavelle Robinson McAfee. Marshall Levon Robinson McAfee. Dristin P. Overton. An Hoang Bui. Sean F. Shields, commissioned second lieutenant, the United States Army in the Field Artillery. Kyle A. English, magna cum laude. Jose de Jesus Esparza, Jr. Joseph Siedenberg. Mitchell James Thompson. Meredith Van Deventer, magna cum laude, departmental honors, university honors. Clement Niagena. Sadie Willeret. Portia Peterson Himes. Courtney Nicole Cager, and happy birthday, Courtney. Julia Roberts. Megan Deemer. Shadi Saeed Omar. Emily Maria Wilson. Kristen A. Polizzi. Lisa M. Jacobi, summa cum laude. Lindsay G. Dunlap. Chelsea Elizabeth Fiddler. Anthony Wayne Baxter. Matthew Christopher Severino. Will Christian Sharp. Benjamin Bradley. Caitlin Denton. Jamie Claire Ness. Tristan C. Imani. Kayla Marie Timmons. John Albert Branch II. Naktin An Nguyen, summa cum laude. Jose Leo Carmona Ignalaga. Catherine Jo Simmons. Amy Elise Danowitz, magna cum laude. President Glassman, this completes the presentation of these members of the university's class Anno Domini 2021.
There's no better holiday gift than a diploma, let me tell you. Graduates, from this day forward, your lives will be filled with endless possibilities. But not simply because you earned your degrees. Earning your degrees is a small part of a larger commitment you've each made to yourselves and to the world we live. When you started your academic journey at Eastern Illinois University, many of you had well-defined dreams and perhaps a clear vision of how you thought your time would be spent. But those visions changed quickly. Some of your majors changed quickly. And with COVID, lots of things changed quickly and abruptly to a new situation with new and unique challenges. Your abilities, your patience, and your perseverance were tested. Still, you managed to reinvent yourselves in the face of this change, leading each of you to become the innovative, insightful, and impressive leaders you are today. I can think of no better analogy that will prepare you for your lives after college. As surely as we are celebrating your accomplishments today, tomorrow will indeed bring new challenges. Be confident in your pursuits. Who you are and who you continue to become will be determined by how you react to those challenges. You being here today proves to me and to everyone in this arena that you're ready. You're ready to turn those challenges into opportunities. You're ready to convert those opportunities into achievements. And you're ready to transform those achievements into your own personal legacies of success. Now the ceremonial moment that always completes the cycle of graduation. Graduates, if you have not done so, please move your tassels to the left side of your caps. to signify officially and formally you have graduated. You are now alumni of Eastern Illinois University. Congratulations. Remember, you are and always will be EIU. From its beautiful, serene campus to its rewarding academic opportunities, Eastern Illinois University will forever hold a special place in your hearts and minds. EIU is family, and you are a significant member of our family. We invite you to return often. Keep us posted on your life's journey. And remember, we will always be here for you. Thank you all for joining us today. And now will the audience please rise and remain standing as we all join the class of 2021 in singing our alma mater, which is printed on the inside back cover of the program. Graduates, you may rise as well. Following the singing of the alma mater, we ask that the audience in the stands remain standing as the platform party, faculty, and our newest graduates recess from the commencement auditorium.
For us arose thy walls and doors, thy beauty, strength, and grace are ours, thy hills and prairies at thy feet. For us in lonely landscape meet, so must our hearts remember thee. So may our lives our tribute be, strong, true, and beautiful, and brave and free. So shall our hearts remember thee.